Hi there. In this episode, we're going to look at the preamble to the United States Constitution. So let's start by talking about what the purpose of the preamble is. Nothing in the preamble justifies any powers that the government's going to have. It really explains why the Constitution is being written, and it's its introduction. Now, if we look at the preamble, it says, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." The misspelling of defense, that is the framers, not me. So that is how it was spelled in the Constitution. Now, the first clause, the first little part of the preamble is "We the people." And this is all about John Locke's social contract. This is straight up Enlightenment thinking and its influence on our government. So really what "we the people" means is that we the people are granting power to the government. We're setting up a new social contract for this new government, and we are consenting to be governed. Now, when it comes to that, the framers of the Constitution, the authors of it, were wealthy elite members of American society, well-educated, lots and lots of money. The average American, though, was not a wealthy elite. They're going to be poor average citizens. But those framers realize it's going to be the majority that needs to ratify or approve this Constitution, and there really needs to be the consent of the governed for this democracy to work. The next clause in the preamble is "in order to form a more perfect union." This is a reference to the Articles of Confederation. We had already had our first go of government, and it wasn't working out that well. It was far too weak. And what they realized with writing the Constitution is that nothing's going to ever be perfect, but they wanted to be more perfect. They wanted to be a little bit better than what we started out with. Next, we have established justice. What we're trying to do is set up the rule of law. The framers believed wholeheartedly that the whole purpose of government was to protect natural rights. That's the whole point of the social contract. They want to set up a legal system, a justice system that would be fair and people would have equal treatment under the law. It didn't matter if you were wealthy or poor, or if you were a politician, you would still be seen the same in the eyes of the law. The next clause is to ensure domestic tranquility. Remember, the Constitution was trying to fix problems that the Articles of Confederation faced. And one of those was this idea of domestic tranquility. They want to protect citizens from conflict within the nation. When it comes to the Constitutional Convention, it's going to be Shays' Rebellion that's going to trigger the call for the meeting. And this was, of course, if you remember, a group of farmers protesting against the foreclosure of their farms. And it's going to turn violent. The federal government did not have the power to put a stop to it. The next one is to provide for the common defense. And of course, this is to create a military that would protect the nation. No one state is going to be strong enough to defend itself. And we are going to see some threats. England is still a threat. They're the biggest superpower on the planet at the time. And they are definitely not happy that they've lost the Revolutionary War to us. So we need a national military to take care of everybody. This is going to be established in Article 4 of the Constitution. The next clause is to promote the general welfare. This is the idea that the government should focus on the public interest or the common good. Now, every state and citizen benefits from the government, but in order for the government to provide for the people, they need to be able to tax. And that, too, is something that the Articles of Confederation did not do, and the Constitution is going to allow them to do this. Up next is secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and prosperity. Remember that the government was all about protecting natural rights and the common good, not just for the current generation, but future ones as well. The framers really wanted America to be kind of a a paradise for liberty, a paradise for freedom. And they believed that by establishing this Constitution, they could do that. Next is do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Basically, all that means is they're establishing a new government, and then it's replacing the Articles of Confederation. So overall, what we see with the preamble is that it's really about the consent of the governed. That's going to be the main point of the Articles of Confederation. And of course, with the consent of the governed, we use our vote as a way of consent. And we're going to see that the Constitution sets up a system where we're directly and indirectly voting for our representatives. Okay, that's it for this time.